So the guy who created Courage the Cowardly Dog, known as John Dilworth, was almost a victim of a crypto scam. If I'm gonna be honest with you, this probably had to have been the scariest episode that John Dilworth could ever drop. Like, King Ramsey would not top this because he had his entire community on edge when they heard rumors that he was promoting his own cryptocurrency. And it's kind of sad and frustrating at the same time, mainly because John Dilworth is not someone that is in the crowd or is like he's with the trends. He's just a 60 something year old dude. This dude probably doesn't know so much about crypto. So someone probably came across his way, told him things that he wanted to hear. He wanted to fund some projects, including one of his movies, and he was all in on it until the community had to check him, and we're going to be covering that today. I want to shed a little bit of more light on John Dilworth. He's not just an animator who's, based in New York. This man went to the School of Visual Arts. He started making like weird little films out of his own pocket, and eventually he would create one of the most psychologically dense cartoons that you could ever imagine making for children. Like, it goes without saying that Courage the Cowardly Dog is scary. Like, kids were scared of this show, and parents were very disturbed by how much it scared kids. Like, I grew up watching Courage the Cowardly Dog. I wanted to make this video because I love Courage. I'm a #1 fan. Like, I sleep in the middle of Courage the Cowardly Dog episodes. Like, even to this day, grown-ass man watching Courage the Cowardly Dog before bedtime. Like, it's literally my favorite cartoon of all time. So it's worth mentioning that this is a legitimate artist. This isn't a celebrity. This isn't an influencer of sort. This isn't a random guy on the internet that just does art commissions. No, like, this guy is a part of our childhood. And to see someone create something that you hold close to in your childhood just suddenly just fall for a cryptocurrency or even promoting a meme coin, if you will, of course is gonna make you feel some type of way. So sometime, I think around the end of February, John started promoting a crypto coin, a meme coin, whatever you want to call it, called the Courage coin. He started commenting on random accounts that was pushing this Courage coin. Fun fact, I actually caught wind of this when I was just scrolling through Reddit, and I came across the Courage the Cowardly Dog subreddit, and I saw that people were posting screenshots of what they're seeing on Twitter or X now, and they were showing that, hey, like, look at all this AI generated content of Courage the Cowardly Dog. You have the creator that's promoting a cryptocurrency. What the hell is going on? Like, this guy went AWOL. And at some point, he started associating himself with something called like the Museum of Crypto, which, if you know anything about crypto, it should have already set off every alarm in your brain simultaneously. Then there appears to be a website called pump.fun, where he actually did a live stream or like a podcast session with some people talking about art, bravery, and creation, and a spark of weird ideas, and how Courage the Cowardly Dog keeps inspiring internet culture. Now, pump.fun is a very interesting website. For those that don't know, pump.fun is basically a website where you can hop on and you can create your own meme coin. Like, literally, you can go on ahead and you can make your own meme coin. People could buy it, you could ride the hype, and then you could sell when it dumps. But the thing is that pump.fun is a very crazy website. Like, that's the same website. I'm not sure if you heard about this, but there was a time where a dude literally had a goldfish at gunpoint and said that if it didn't reach $1 million in the next 24 hours, he would shoot the goldfish. Like, there could be zero friction when it comes to your meme coin. Like, there's no product, there's no utility. All there is just vibes and hype in this platform. And that's just really it. And for John Dilworth to even entertain the thought of being a part of that community, it's what makes this entirely scary to begin with. And as I mentioned before, when I saw the subreddit, there was a lot of community members for Courage the Cowardly Dog that was putting him on check. They were really trying to vocalize and letting him know, like, hey, listen, like, you really shouldn't be putting yourself in this community. This is a really bad place for you. There are so many ways you could raise money for your projects besides crypto. And people are absolutely right. There's a lot of skepticism when it comes to coins for all the right reasons. Like, you have Kim Kardashian that had to pay a hefty fine for a pump and dump scheme with her crypto. You also had Matt Damon, who did an ad for a random crypto website, which, by the way, just didn't end well. It didn't age very well. And then you had Floyd Mayweather and DJ Khaled just a few years before the pandemic, who both got fined for a crypto violation. The reason why I bring up those people is because these people are celebrities. John Dilworth is not a celebrity. He's not an influencer. He is an independent animator that is looking for ways to fund his projects. So somebody must have came his way and said, hey, listen, we love your show. We want to support you in your show. We know a way how supporters in your community can directly support you. This is a courage coin that we want you to, endorse, be a part of, so that it's easier for people to fund your project. And to an independent animator, this may sound kind of promising, like, oh wow, like a new way for people to support me. I might endorse this. And also, again, just based off of age alone, no disrespect or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure that John just didn't understand what he was getting into in the crypto space. Like, I can't tell you, like, a lot of these crypto bros were really trying to sell him on, like, the nostalgia and how Courage the Cowardly Dog promoted the internet culture. It was so terrible. By the way, there was a live stream that took place. I wasn't able to find it, but from what I've heard from different people, they said that he wasn't really necessarily promoting crypto. Like, John didn't go on the live stream telling people, hey, like, buy my crypto, support my project. He didn't really say that. He was really more so like talking about his journey as an independent animator and the philosophy behind Courage the Cowardly Dog, if you will. It was just that his presence in a crypto podcast was enough to endorse the crypto. Mind you, I'm looking at this chart here, and this is the actual Courage coin that they had going on for him. Like, I think they said that around like the 28th or the 26th was when his live stream took place. And you can see that the crypto coin actually went up, but then right after, the coin just, again, just like any other crypto coin, would pump and dump, and now you see it just lose a significant amount of value in a short period of time. When you have a guy that is a creator of your favorite childhood show, and he's endorsing, or at least indirectly endorsing, a cryptocurrency that's named after your favorite cartoon character, yes, it's going to feel like a betrayal. Mind you, it's not necessarily evil. It's not like what he's doing is illegal, but it doesn't represent what he does. His work that he's made, how unapologetic and philosophical that he is in what he does, it's not something that aligns with crypto and especially generative AI. So not too long ago, John did make a tweet for the first time directly addressing the feedback that he's received regarding his endorsement with like cryptocurrency and AI. John Dilworth did say, "You are a beautiful group of fans. You don't want Courage to be part of the crypto space. I'm out. I'll find other funding for my movies. Thank you." And you love to see it. You absolutely love to see someone that pays attention to their community and decides, you know what, from the feedback that I got, I don't think this is right for me. I'm out. I think that's fresh air. That is such fresh air to me. Mainly because you have an artist that is looking at this whole situation. He's reading the room and he realizes it's not for him. It's not like he's being called out for, subscribing to the crypto space, and then suddenly he wants to double down and say, no, y'all don't know what I need. Like, this is going to give me what I need. Like, he's not doing that. He's not doubling down, unlike many other celebrities that you see today. He looked at the room and said, you know what? This is kind of a bad idea, I've realized. I'm going to step out. There are other ways to fund my movie without making a risk in the crypto space. Now, does this mean that this whole situation here is fine? Absolutely not. But I personally feel that something like this needs to be discussed, mainly because you had a beloved animator that almost stepped into a path that nobody wanted him to go. Like, this could have gotten very, very ugly, and we're just so happy that he stepped out when he could before going through a crazy loss. Now, with all of that said and done, I think it's important to discuss a pattern that's been going on for several years now and has not slowed down since. Like, you have content creators, animators like John Dilworth, for instance, that are struggling in the creative space. Like, let's be honest, AI is a thing. It is taking jobs. AI is duplicating so much more content than an independent animator ever could. So you have this man, you have John Dilworth, that is looking for ways to fund his project. You have AI in the air, then you have a crypto bro that comes to you and tells you, hey, we can support your project directly only if you make a meme coin. Now, my issue with that whole pitch of someone just making a meme coin in your name just so that you could get your projects or your movies funded is that if you was to listen to John Dilworth, right, and the crypto bro have a conversation, you're eavesdropping, and you hear this crypto bro say like, yeah, you know, we could do a crowdfunding thing. It's gonna be a community thing. We have this currency that people could just put money in and it'll support your content. From a hindsight, like, okay, from a surface, that sounds okay. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Like you probably thought of Kickstarter. You probably thought of Patreon. There's nothing wrong with those platforms. But the difference between platforms like Kickstarter and Patreon versus getting a cryptocurrency to fund whatever you want to do in life is that crypto coins are not tied to the success of whatever you're doing. Like it's not. Like when you see something get funded on like GoFundMe or Kickstarter or Patreon, you can see the success. You can see that, wow, a lot of people are putting money into this. There must be something pretty big going on here. But when it comes to cryptocurrency, that's not really the case. Like it has little to no ties to any success that you may achieve. So even if the cryptocurrency for Courage was a thing, it would have no correlation to how his project is being funded or the progress of his movie. Like there's absolutely none. Like it's very crazy that they really pitched him that idea and he almost took it. Like people have to understand at the end of the day that tokens or cryptocurrencies is a speculative asset. That's it. When the hype is there, it pumps, but then when the hype is gone, it dumps. And that is a thing for many cryptocurrencies. We've seen it one too many times. Like, again, not to go back to the comparison real quick, but for people that are on Kickstarter and they're on Patreon, these are patrons. There are patrons, they are supporters. But when you hit the crypto space and you try to do the same thing, those aren't supporters. They're bag holders. They're degens. They're only in it just to make some money. They're not in it to really fund your project. Like, it is absolutely insane. Like, the only people that benefit in this crypto space are people that make investments in a coin before it launches and is available to the public. Everyone else after that, damned. Only people who invest before then will benefit the most from the crypto scam. And with that said, John Dilworth is not evil. He's not the villain here. He's not like the cat from Courage the Cowardly Dog. This man was targeted. He was a victim. They sold him on this thing, how Courage can promote internet culture, and he almost committed to it. It's borderline sinister that somebody out there just looked at Courage, they saw the nostalgia, they saw how they could attach Courage into a meme coin, and then decided to make this master plan to go to the creator himself and say, hey, like, we have a good opportunity for you. Like, no, that's not a good opportunity. It's a scam. Like, it's a fucking scam. And the only reason that this story has a relatively happy ending is because he took the moment to listen to his community and he decided, I'm out of the crypto space. I could not ask for a better happy ending than that. But if there's anything that has to be taken from this video before I let y'all go, I think it's very important to remind ourselves that nostalgia is probably one of the most exploitable things that you can take advantage of in this society. You always have movies and TV shows that are doing reboots, even video games too. Like you always have businesses that are trying to come up with like different ways to bring back the nostalgia. Because people know that nostalgia is a dirty liar, and people will literally spend a pretty penny if it means getting a taste of that nostalgia. And this whole situation with John Dilworth and the Courage meme coin is no exception to that rule. And you'd be surprised that the people that create the things you love would be the most vulnerable people in these kinds of spaces. Because at the end of the day, these aren't business people. They're just artists. They're just animators, designers, graphic designers, whatever, creatives. They're just trying to make a living and they just want to fund what they love to do the most. But yeah, support content creators when you can. It could be Patreon, merch, subscriptions, and memberships. It's better to do it directly to do a cryptocurrency. That's really all I'm going to say. In the description, I put 2 links. I put the donation link for John Dilworth as well as like his website, Stretch Films, which is basically the studio that he owns in New York. And also, I do a lot of these commentaries, so if you like what you see, if you want to directly support somebody like me, drop a follow. follow, like the video, comment if you must. Until then, I'll see y'all in my next video. Take care. Peace.